What is going on, Sipologists? We're here. Sipology, yes. Let me know. All right, we already got some people in here. Sarah, hello. Tina, hello. Guys, there's the comments box on the side of this video. I don't even know if I'm pointing in the right direction. I think so. My left. That is my left. Let me know in the comments who's here. Hello, Jennifer. How are you? Guys, the comment box is for questions, comments, saying hello to one another, keeping it fun. I'm just going to give you guys a couple of minutes to get settled in, give a chance for the latecomers to figure out how to get in here. I'm glad so many of you are already in here. My name is Spidey. We're going to get started in just a minute here. I'm getting my tea ready as well. I hope you guys are as well. I hope you guys are enjoying. The weather is getting acceptable, at least in my neck of the woods. Hello, Tammy. Hello, Marie. Hello, Haley. Hello, Angela. Yes. Look at you guys. This is awesome. I have some, what am I drinking here? I'm drinking the green rum. Where's the bag? Oh, it's upstairs. The green rum. Somebody tell me the name of this. This is the green tea rum cocktail. What is it? Oh my God, sublime. Incredible. Hey, from Las Vegas. Good. You're all here. I'm just giving a couple of minutes, guys, for everyone to get settled in here. Somebody tell me the name of the green tea with the, got the bag over here. Pineapple rum cocktail. This is incredible. What a great summer drink. I didn't put any rum in it though because we want to actually get through this seminar, you know, smoothly. There it is. Tea with Chrissy. I love that title. Oh my God, that gets a follow after the stream. Okay, guys, I'm glad you're all here. Let us get started in a minute. Grab your tea. I highly recommend the pineapple rum cocktail. This is incredible. This is so good. What a great, I'm having it hot, but this would be incredible cold. As you can see, I am a huge tea aficionado. Hello from Nova Scotia. Hello. All right. Matcha. PTS Vlogs is having matcha. Let me know what you guys are having. If you're having tea right now, let me know in the comments. We're going to get started in literally 1 or 2 minutes, 7:04, 7:05, just so everyone gets settled in. If you're having tea right now, let me know what kind you are having. I want to know what you guys are enjoying right now. Just waiting for everyone to get comfy. I need to find a way to I need this at all times. I like it better than air. Let me know what you guys are drinking, and we will start in just a minute here. Strawberry and mojito matcha. Angela, that sounds incredible. That sounds amazing. Blood orange sunrise, Krista. That is one of my favorites. Iced. Love it. Love that. Yeah, Yvette, this is wonderful. All right, guys, let's get started. Seems like a lot of you are here. I'm excited. Hold on, I want to see what you guys are having. Oh, okay, wow, I'm getting attacked. Peppy Peppermint. Sarah, sounds amazing. Amaretto Rooibos. Wow, okay, love it. Okay, guys, welcome, Sipologists. I'm super excited for this. I could see that you guys are hearing me well because you're answering my questions here. Welcome. I'm so happy you guys are here. I'm so happy you guys are here in big numbers like this. Pop that up there. People, this might happen, by the way. I might throw you guys up there, like that. So let's talk about who I am and what we're doing today. So a lot of you already know who I am because you've seen me at Sipology events before. My name is Spidey, and my main job is, or at least was before this lockdown happened, a performer, entertainer, and speaker. Those are my two main things. I perform something called mentalism, which is like mental magic, which a lot of you saw at the conference 2 years ago in Canada and in the US. And I'm also a speaker. I speak about persuasion and how to use psychology and little psychological tips to get people to see things your way. And I did that for the leaders last year in Vegas, and I'll also be doing it this summer at SipCon. You guys are going to get all my secrets in that seminar, and I heard that a lot of you are already signing up today, and that's awesome. I'm really excited. That's going to be incredible. But that is not the reason that we are here today. The reason we are here today is because despite the fact that my main job, my main gig is shows and seminars, I last year got the honor of receiving one of these. And this is called a YouTube play button. And it's an award that's given to people who pass the 100,000 subscribers benchmark on YouTube. So if you reach that 100,000 subscribers, they send you one of these, and it says it right there at the bottom, Spidey Hypnosis for passing 100,000 subscribers. And that's what I did, and I got that. And I'm not saying this to show off. That's not the goal here. The reason I'm telling you this is because despite the fact that I have a main job and I'm out there performing and touring all the time, and I don't really have time to be a YouTuber, I was able to get that award because I've understood certain things about YouTube, and today I'm going to share those secrets with you. So what is this seminar? The seminar is not a technical seminar on YouTube. I'm not going to teach you guys how to edit and do all this stuff. I'm going to give you a couple of tips there, but the main goal of this seminar is the secrets on how to use YouTube to grow your business. How can YouTube help us? Why I think it's the best social media without a doubt for all you Sipologists, and how I'm 100% convinced that if you commit to YouTube, and I don't mean a huge commitment, I just mean a consistent commitment, you guys can absolutely kill it on YouTube. I'm convinced of that. So once again, the comments box is to the left. I'm going to ask you guys to calm down on the comments because it goes crazy. When I ask questions and stuff, you guys can answer them there. Or if you have something really important to say, you can use the comments. But let's try to keep it so people can kind of follow what's going on in the comments, because right now it's going like that. So, but I do appreciate you guys being as excited about this as I am. So let's dive right into this. First of all, I know when I say YouTube, a lot of you go, oh my God, YouTube, that's crazy. My kids use YouTube, my nephew uses YouTube, my cousin uses YouTube. It sounds too crazy. We're going to make it super comprehensive. I'm going to explain this to you very simply because even me, I'm not a great editor. I'm not very tech savvy at all. Kim and Trudy will tell you, they're both in this chat right now with me, that even figuring this out for me was a bit of a nightmare. So let's slowly get into this, starting with what is YouTube. So, I mean, a lot of you know what YouTube is, but let's just really quickly say what YouTube is and why it's different. So, and why I think YouTube is best for Sipologists. So let me hear from you guys on this one, actually, in the comments. Let me know this. There are 3 platforms right now pretty much ruling the video space: YouTube, Netflix, and Facebook. Let me know in the comments, what do you think the order is of which of those 3 gets the most hours viewed in a day? Which, put them in order and maybe tell me how much bigger you think it is. Like, is Netflix 10 times bigger than YouTube's? Is Netflix, just a little bit bigger than Facebook? What are some guesses that you would make? So I'd like to know what you guys think. You can write it in the comments, or you could just in your head, like, say, do you think Netflix gets the most views of those 3 platforms? Is it Facebook the most? Is it YouTube the most? If so, by how much? You guys could write in the comments or just think about it in your head, because I'm about to reveal that answer to you guys. Just giving you guys a second to catch up here, because I'm a little bit ahead of you guys. I'll give you guys the answer right now while I'm waiting for your guesses to come in. The answer is this. YouTube, so here's the equation. If you add the hours watched on Facebook and Netflix and multiply it by 4, you get the hours watched of YouTube in a day. That means that not only does YouTube have more hours in a day than Facebook and Netflix combined, but it's 4 times the 2 combined. That's how much time people spend on Netflix. YouTube gets the most by 60%. So that's not wrong. A lot of you got the right answer. Yeah, a lot of you got it right. So good for you. Awesome. I'm glad you guys know how powerful YouTube is. But now let's talk about how we can use that. So YouTube is a platform where it's video based. Facebook is, you could put text, you could put pictures. YouTube is all video based. There is an area where you could put text, but it's mostly videos. That's not the reason I think it's great for you guys. The following reasons are the reasons I think YouTube is great for anyone, but mostly Sipologists. So there are a few things about YouTube that for me make it a clear winner. The first one is longevity. So if I put a post on Instagram or on Facebook, within a day, 2 days, 3 days, the activity on that post is extremely lowered. And within a week, that post is dead. It'll probably never come up again. It won't get viral again because Facebook and Instagram is all about what's going on now. It's sensationalizing the now. YouTube isn't. YouTube is content focused. So if your content is great, years later, it'll still do well. I have a video from 10 years ago that still gets thousands of views today, and I still get comments on it today. That doesn't happen on any other platform. So I think YouTube is great because if you're putting the right content out there, it's never dying. Your message is forever out there, and it's cycling, and it goes, continuously does better and better. The second reason I think YouTube is great is the analytics feature that it has. YouTube has a built-in analytics feature that tells you exactly which of your videos are doing great and why, and how engaging they are, and how long they're holding the attention of your spectators or your viewers. So it really helps you build content that is working. YouTube wants you to succeed because it needs you to do well so it could sell ad space, whereas Facebook or Instagram needs your money to advertise your posts. So YouTube is working with you, and I love that. The third aspect is monetization. If you do well enough on YouTube, and by well enough I mean get to a certain point that's not that difficult to achieve if you listen to some of the tips I'm giving today, your videos get monetized. So besides the fact that you're putting out great content, YouTube is going to pay you for those videos so they could put ads in front of those videos. That's how we make income on YouTube. That's how, right now, a lot of my performer friends are in a lot of trouble because they can't go out and perform, but I'm doing okay because my YouTube videos are still bringing in that money. I'm very thankful for that. And finally, the reason I think YouTube is great is because, like I said, it's focused on building a community. It's not trying to get your money to put your content out there. It wants to work with you to make you successful, because the more successful channels they have, the more ad space they could sell. YouTube wants to create successful channels. By the way, channel on YouTube means your page, your profile, your space. It's called the YouTube channel. So how did this seminar happen and why am I here? This is a very special seminar. I haven't done this for any other company, but basically what happened is this. I have a long history with Sipology, and when this whole crisis happened and we all were confined to our homes, I thought about it, and I told myself that I want to do a seminar for you guys, and here's why. Your business is three things. You have to sell three things. The three things you have to sell successfully is tea bars, and then the business itself. You want to bring people on your team. You want to bring people to the Sipology family. Those are your three goals. Now, when this happened, when we all closed our doors and we all quarantined, and now we're all here at home, one of those three took a big hit, and that's the tea bars. You can't host tea bars. You can't have social events, and I get that. But I believe that whenever doors close, doors open as well. And in the two other fields, I think a lot of doors opened. Selling tea. What a great time to sell tea. Right now, people are stressed. Tea is known to calm you down. Tea has a lot of health benefits. I mean, you can't legally promote that, but people know that. Tea is a great drink to have at times like this. It calms you. It makes you feel good. So it's such a great time to sell tea. The second thing is the business. A lot of people right now are economically frightened because they lost their jobs, they lost their hours, their spouses lost their hours. So right now people are looking for ways to make money from home. And what a great idea to join a company or to join a team like Sipology. I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great opportunity. And finally, because so many people are locked at home, the hours of time spent online, screen time, has multiplied exponentially. So when I gave Sipology the idea to the seminar, they said, sounds great. We think it'll be great. Let's put it in the SipCon. I said, no, it has to be now, because this is the time to build this. I'm going to talk to you guys about YouTube. I'm going to tell you guys how it works. And by the end of this, I don't think all of you are going to go in and open a channel, but I'm hoping that a certain percentage are going to go, this is the time. I'm at home. I might have a little bit more time at home. I'm going to work on this. I'm going to do this. And I think those of you who do this are going to absolutely crush it. And I can't wait to see who's going to do this. Right. So yeah, tea promotes wellness. Yeah. So sorry, I'm just trying to look at some of the comments. So yeah, tea does promote health, wellness, and people know that. People are aware of that. So because I know you can't make like legal claims of saying like tea can do this to your health. I know that. But overall, people know the benefits of it. And I, for one, in these times, I've been doubling up on my tea, which was already, I think, an addiction, I could call it. So these are all reasons I felt we had to do this now, because if you get on this now as opposed to the end of summer or towards the end of summer, you're going to catch a lot more people who are online right now looking for ways to make income, looking for ways to, join this kind of thing. That's the reason we're here. So before we start talking about how you're going to work YouTube, I want to dispel a couple of myths about YouTube. So there's a couple of things that I think people, when you say, you need to start a YouTube channel, these are the things that they say, like, oh, I can't do that. Here's why. I'm going to get rid of those. I'm going to get those out of your head. If there's one thing you take away from this seminar, it's this. No restriction or no opposition is good enough. You must be on YouTube, in my opinion. Your business will blossom like you have no idea, and one day you'll go, I'm so happy Spidey pushed me to do this. So the first myth is I have to be an amazing editor. You don't. I am not an amazing editor. I'm a terrible editor. I know very few things, and I have one of these, which is something that most YouTubers don't even have, because I figured out a couple of little secrets. By the end of the seminar, I'm going to give you guys a great tip on how to get really great edited content without doing it yourself and without spending big bucks. But you don't have to be a great editor to have a great YouTube channel. Some of the biggest YouTube channels are people just shooting raw footage. YouTubers want to see real content. So it doesn't have to be highly curated, highly, professional video. The content matters more than the delivery of the content. So if you think you have to be a great editor to be on YouTube, you don't. Second myth, I have to be young, I have to be hip. People say, I've watched YouTube videos, there are all these young guys doing, you don't. There's for everything that you could put out there, for every content, there is a market. If you look at YouTube analytics, it's not all young people looking for prank videos. Everyone is on YouTube looking for different things, and we're going to talk about how you could cater to your audience today. The next one, nobody cares about my content. If any of you think that, if any of you think I have nothing to say, I have nothing to share, you are wrong. Whatever you have to talk about, someone out there cares about. Thousands of people, tens of thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people care about. In fact, a lot of content creators say find that niche market and try to reach out to everyone who's interested in that niche. And that's a great tip. So whatever you have to say, there's a market for. So get it out of your head. I myself will come watch your tea videos when you guys get your channels up and running. Next myth, there's already content like mine out there. I think that is one of the biggest mistakes somebody can make on YouTube, to say, oh, I can't start a YouTube channel. There's already a YouTube channel on tea out there. Let me give you guys a story from my personal life. A month ago, I uploaded a trick to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is about magic, mentalism, hypnosis, persuasion, all things psychology. And I uploaded a tutorial for a card trick. I taught my viewers how to do a card trick. I performed it, and I taught them how to do it. Within a month, that video now is rounding the corner on 1 million views. It's almost at 1 million views. Now that's impressive, but it's more impressive if you hear this. That trick is taught on YouTube, I think about a dozen times, on a dozen other channels. It's elsewhere, but I did it myself. I put it out myself. I gave it my own spin. I taught it my way, and it has 1 million views. Sorry. All this to say, regardless of what your content is, even if it's already out there, people care about your content. You could still make it work if you bring you to the equation. That's very important. And finally, the last restriction, which I think is the biggest thing stopping people from becoming YouTube stars, is I won't get enough views. So let me tell you this. I've met Sipologists. I've met the best of the Sipologists. I've met the leaders. I mean, you're all the best. I love you all. I've never been to a Sipology event where I didn't love everyone who was there. And you guys are great at what you do. So many of you are so impressive and impressionable and lovable. And I could totally see you guys nailing this business. But even the top of the leaders have a limitation. When you're out there trying to sell tea and tea bars and trying to get people to join your team, you're one person. So you could talk one-on-one to someone. You could talk to, maybe 5, 6 people at a time. You can never hit the YouTube number. Even a YouTube video that's performing terribly, getting 20 views, That's 20 more people than you can get by yourself out there at a time. So as you build your channel, like I said earlier, YouTube will forever grow. Each video you add there is going to grow your overall channel, and each one is going to continue working for you. So these videos, I like to see them as little soldiers that I send out there to do my work for me. I love that. I like my videos to go out there and work for me. No other social media could do that. When you go on Facebook and make a video, within a week, no one's watching that video anymore. But on YouTube, you make a good video, months later, years later, it's still bringing you a following. People are getting excited in your content. I think that is so important. So for these reasons, this is something I think you guys can crush with. So now let's get more into the secrets of YouTube and how you can make it work. And again, please don't let anything restrict you. If you have a phone and that phone has a video camera, you can make YouTube content. You can own YouTube. I promise you. I promise you. So let's learn the basics of YouTube. What is YouTube? How does it work? And a very cool analogy that allows me to explain this to you. Sorry. So I want you to think of YouTube as a bookstore. So what do we have in a bookstore? If you go to a bookstore, there are two kinds of people that are there. There are the people who are there who are clients who tend to go very often to bookstores, and they're there for a specific reason, to browse a certain category, right? So there's people who love to read books on nature or cooking, and they visit occasionally the bookstore to go browse that section. They don't have a specific goal, but they're just there browsing that specific content. Then you have people in a bookstore who had some time to kill and just walked in. They don't really know what they want. They're just browsing the store in general. They're just trying to kill some time. Finally, you have the people who are there for a very specific reason. They're there because they need to buy a specific book. They came for that book. That's why they're here. They're coming in, they're grabbing that book, and they're leaving. How does a bookstore capitalize? Because the bookstore has one goal, sell books. In the same way, on YouTube, we have one goal, get people to watch our videos till the end, get them to be interested in our content. So how does a bookstore do this? Well, they have sections that say, you know, picks of the week or bestsellers. Well, YouTube has that as well. It has a whole band of recommended videos on the side that brings people to your product, even if you're not even if they weren't on YouTube to watch you. Let's say they're on YouTube because they're looking up, coffee mugs. But because you put out content on tea that's really great, it's going to recommend your video to that person and go, oh, wait, and then they bring you to them. So think of YouTube as a bookstore. Three types of people are there: the ones who are browsing the category, the ones who are browsing in general, and the ones who are there for a reason, and you want to catch all those people. If someone is on YouTube who wants to learn about tea, who's there for tea in general, you're going to want to catch that person, and we're going to learn how to do that. If someone's there specifically to learn about matcha, what is matcha? What is rooibos? What is green tea? How are you going to catch those people? And finally, how are you going to catch the people who are there for no reason? They're not there for tea. They're not there for matcha. They're just there to hang out on YouTube. They have some time to kill. How do we get those people's attention and turn those people into fans? That is your goal, trying to get all three of those categories. So to do that, we have to understand the 3 H's of YouTube. I think these are the 3 H's of all social media, but they apply mostly to YouTube. And this is the key to put out great content, because if you're aware of your 3 H's, you're going to start thinking like me in terms of there's a difference between the content that is going to do well and the content that I think is going to do well. You start understanding that when you understand the 3 H's of YouTube. So what are the 3 H's of YouTube? Here they are: hero, hub, and help. So we're going to talk about what these mean and how we can use these to our advantage. Starting with, let's see here, did I get this in the right order? Let's start with hero. Yeah, sorry. So top of there's a pyramid that I'm going to show you guys in a second, but before I get to that, I'm going to talk about what each of these is. So the first one is hero. So hero is the videos that look really, really great. Now I want you to think of a pyramid, and heroes at the top of the pyramid. I'm going to show you the pyramid in a minute. But before I do, hero is the stuff that looks really great. It's the content you make the least often. It's the ones that have a lot of time put into production or a lot of money put into production. It's stuff that look really great, really curated, really impressive. It's all those videos out there that you see and you go, wow, that looks so cool. So this is like anything from those, you know, when you're online, you see these really well-produced videos that look so cool. Think of it like a movie trailer. That's your hero content. And the main reason hero content exists is to create awareness of your brand. It has the broadest reach. It's the thing that reaches out to the most people because the quality of it draws them in. It's the stuff you make the least often. I argue that a successful channel on YouTube can exist without any hero content, especially in your field of work, which falls into one of these categories, and I have a feeling you guys already know which one. Then we have hub content. So hub content is the bulk of your content, the stuff you're putting up the most often. It's the least curated, it's the least production value. It's the stuff you're putting up to keep in touch with your followers. It's also the most authentic. So it's the things it's barely edited. It's like, hey guys, what's going on? You know, it's looking good outside. I decided to take a walk outside. I'm bringing my this tea with me today. This is a great summer drink. So it's the stuff that is the most authentic, the most often produced, on a weekly basis or bi-weekly basis, whatever you decide to do. And it's the stuff that keeps you in touch with your followers. It's your followers on YouTube want to hear from you all the time, and they want to hear what's going on and what's new and what products you're launching. That's your hub content. It's the bulk of your content. And finally, we have hero content. So hero content, I'm so sorry. Help content. So help content is where, as Sipologists, we are living. Help content is any content that helps people, and it's based on keyword searches. So people go to YouTube because they need help. I do that all the time. Whenever I need to know how to do something, I'm on YouTube. So anyone out there who wants to know what's the difference between green tea and white tea, what is matcha, what is rooibos, what are the benefits of pu'er, what is black tea, what is the best black tea, what is the best green tea, how can I sweeten my tea? They want tips, they want help, they go on YouTube to search that. So help content, now, important to note, help content can be your hub content. In other words, the bulk of your content that you release every week can be help. I believe the two can coexist. So help is based on keywords. It's very to the point, unless it's your hub content, in which case you could take a little more time. It engages and it informs. That's the most important part of help. It gives that information out there, and you have to let people know that this video will give you the answer to that question. And again, it has to be quick. Your help content, you can't talk for half an hour about your life and all this stuff. You have to get there quick. So I want to show you guys the pyramid of this. So it kind of makes it really, by the way, this video is going to stay up forever. So you guys can come back for a refresher. So we have here at the top the hero content. This is the rarest stuff. It's the stuff we upload the least often, but it's great for distribution. It increases your distribution. It gets a lot of your message out there in an interesting way. So it's, as you can see here at the top left, it's wow campaigns, it's high productivity. It just looks great, and it establishes you as an authority on the subject. But it's the least important, especially when your content is focused on help. Then we have the hub content. This is the stuff that you're putting out regularly that is there for your fans. And then at the bottom, so you see regularly released content, and at the bottom we have the help content. So content people search for, evergreen content. In other words, it'll never be boring to people who are looking for that. It'll never stop being helpful. And it's on the right, you see it says always on pull content. It's always pulling people in for you. So this is the pyramid I think you guys should stick to, because the content you should be putting out the most often is right there at the bottom, the help, and the least often hero. You could even ignore hero. I don't see how it's that important. So I hope that makes sense. If you guys have questions, you can leave them in the comments, and after the stream, I'll try to get to them. You guys can also find me on social media. This is on my YouTube channel, so you guys can hit me up on any social media if you have questions. And at the end, we'll do a Q&A as well if you guys have any questions. But I hope that's clear. Again, you guys can go back to this video to understand the difference. You can also Google the 3 H's. Some places call it Hero, Hub, and Hygiene. I don't know why they replace help by hygiene. Maybe because it's like, I don't know. I have no idea why it's called that. I think help is So much better, so much more comprehensive. Okay, so let's now figure out how you're gonna make your content. Again, this isn't technical. At the end of the video, I'm gonna give you tips on how to have great product, like how to have, great edited looking stuff. But right now we're gonna talk about the psychology of it. So let's talk about figuring out what your content is. That's step one, and it's extremely important. So within the tea industry, first of all, a lot of you are going to have similar content. That is not a minus, that is a plus. As long as there's content about tea being put out there, you guys are creating awareness, pulling people in and suggesting each other's videos. But to say that your channel is about tea, it's too broad. You want to try to get as specific as possible. So what is your voice? What is your content? What are you going to talk about? So what kind of content can we make based on tea? So I wrote down a couple of ideas here off the top of my head, and you guys being the experts, I'm sure you come up with a lot more stuff. So you could do, for example, a review channel where you are reviewing tea, different kinds of tea. Now, if I was going to do that, and if I were you, it wouldn't always be teas that I sell from my brand, because you don't want your viewers to think that this is all about self-promotion. So you can do a lot of your own teas and review it and give, flavor profiles and say, and come up with your rating system. But I would also do products from other teas. Remember, this is your channel and your business is part of it, but it's not all of it. So you can definitely talk about other brands, and you could say, I honestly wouldn't hesitate to say, for a store-bought or grocery store-bought tea, this actually isn't that bad, because I personally don't like grocery store-bought tea at all. I think, this stuff is so much better. That's me telling you guys. So on your channel, you can definitely talk about that and say, reviews, give your honest opinion. Look, if there's something in your own brand that you don't personally like, that's not your cup of tea. Sorry. You could honestly say that and say, look, honestly, I have a lot of friends who love this, but it's not my favorite, and here's why. I don't like, this bitterness of puer or whatever. Be honest. Your viewers want to see your honesty. And as a tea expert, they're trusting that honesty. So be honest. So you can do reviews, you can do comparisons. So today in this video, we're comparing this green tea to this green tea. You can do education about specific teas. So you can do videos educating them about green tea and its benefits, white tea and its benefits. Today we're talking about puer, today we're talking about rooibos and all these different things. It could be the benefits of tea. It could be tea pairing with snacks. I would personally love to see a video on that. This tea, because this flavor profile goes with this type of snack. I would love to see that kind of thing. Recipes that go well with tea, like if you're a baker, try to bring in other passions that you have. If you bake and you're making this really sweet kind of dessert, maybe it goes really well with this tea that balances out. You could do content that's tea adjacent. For example, as you guys may have spotted my background as I move around, I am a huge Harry Potter aficionado. I've got my wands over here. I've got my really cool, you guys got to see this, my Harry Potter teacups over here. So you can mix your passions. You can make a video about, you won't believe these Harry Potter tea articles or these Disney tea articles, and show your top 5 tea related Disney products or whatever it is. Think outside the box. Think about how tea could be part of your channel, but not the entire channel. There's so many directions you can go. There's so many things people will enjoy. Get creative. Don't have limits. Push through that. So I just want to make sure I covered everything I said. Tea adjacent. Yeah. So it can even be things like you have a guest and you're talking about something completely unrelated, but while you're doing that, you're having some tea and you drop a quick message about that tea. Really think about what it is you want to create and get on that. Okay, step 2. So now that we know, so the first thing you have to do is you have to give thought to what your content is going to be, what your channel is going to be about. And you could try things too. You could do a review one day, you could do some help content the next week, or whenever you want to upload that, and see what your followers are responding to, what you're doing well with, what's gaining traction, and go from there. Step 2. So now I know what my content is. My channel is going to be about this. These are what my videos are going to be. Step 2 is you're going to find a location. You're going to find where you're going to film this. So I would say in 90% of cases for you guys, your kitchen or your living room is perfect, because what do we associate tea to? Comfort, homey vibes. So go with what works. So step 2, where is your main location? this is affected by mood. So if your video is going to be really casual, laid back, conversational, maybe you have another Sipologist with you and you guys are doing some sort of blind test or you're doing a review, a living room is a great setting. It's comfortable, it's casual, it looks great. Again, YouTube is real. It doesn't have to be like Instagram where everything looks like you have this Barbie lifestyle and perfectly curated life. It doesn't. Casual is great. What are you trying to communicate with your environment? Is this video about comfort? Here's a great tea that I like to drink to relax at the end of the night. Well, that would be a living room kind of thing. But if it's about tea preparation, like in this video, I'm going to teach you 3 ways you didn't know how to make a great cold brew. That's in the kitchen, and that's perfectly fine. So once you know what your content is, decide where you're going to film this. You know, is outside a good place to do this? Maybe today you're talking about a tea that you like to have, a cold brew that you like to have when you're doing physical activity because it has a little bit of that sweet content that gives you a boost. I don't know, whatever it is. So maybe you're outside today. Whatever, totally up to you, but you have to decide what the mood is and the location that will best capture that mood. A lot of people, I'm also going to give this quick note, have a tendency to think that your back needs to be up against the wall when you make a video. It doesn't. The only case in which it does is if that wall has some decor like this. Otherwise, depth is good. So if you're in your living room, try to make sure there's depth and space behind you. That usually looks better. Also try to face a window. There's no light better than natural light. Right now I have an indoor light hitting me, but the reason this looks good is because there's a window right there. So try to face a window. Don't put a window behind you, but that's just me getting technical. I'd rather you have a white wall behind you and put out content than you don't put out content because all you have is a white wall behind you. No excuses. Put the content out there. You're going to crush it. Let's talk now about the third and most important step. So I have my ideas. I know what my channel is about. I picked my location. I filmed my video. We're going to talk about editing and everything later. The third most important thing is we're going to go back to the bookstore. We're trying to pull people into our videos. We're trying to bring people to our channel. How do we do that? The most important thing on YouTube, titles and thumbnails. So for those of you who don't know, titles and thumbnails are, on every video on YouTube, you have the thumbnail, which is the picture that they see as they're scrolling through the videos. And the title is next to that, and it says what the video is about, is the title of the video. So for example, if I'm on, like a car, channel that talks about sports cars, for example, well, the title might be like best sports cars of 2019. And then you might have a picture next to that of this sports car. And there's a title even in that thumbnail that says fastest cars or something like that. And basically it's the picture and the title. So what do you want your thumbnails and titles to project? What do you want them to say? So here it is. I'm going to give you guys a huge secret. I'm going to give you guys my 3 best tips on how to make thumbnails and titles that will grow your channel in weeks. In fact, number 2 is the reason I got my play button. Ready? Here it is. That was it. Suspense, excitement. What I just said, 3 tips on how to grow your YouTube channel. How can you ignore that, right? So there's an air of mystery in thumbnails and titles. You can't, titles and thumbnails like my favorite tea or green tea is great. People are going to watch that, but we're going to talk about now how to create thumbnails and titles that are really going to bring people in. So before we do that, before I cater that to tea, I want to show you guys a few of my thumbnails and titles from my channel that I've done really well, so you guys can see a little bit what that looks like, but more importantly, why these may have done well. So here we go. We're starting with the top one over here. So that one is, the top one is me covering my mouth, and it says, always work. Number 1 always works. And this is a video I made on hypnosis secrets. So mind control secrets hypnotists don't want you to know. So look at how engaging that is as a title. Even if you don't care about hypnosis and you're just on YouTube browsing, you see that and you go, wait a second, Hypnotists don't want me to know this? Oh, well, I got to know this. And then look at the thumbnail. I'm blocking my mouth like this, and it says, number one always works. So you look at it and you go, what always works? How does it always work? This, and then you want to click that. It's compelling. And next to that, I wrote what that is. So it's hub content. It's hub because, remember, again, hub means the bulk of my content. So it's about hypnosis and mentalism, which constitutes my hub, but also it's help content because they're learning something. So look at the keywords. Earlier, I said that help content has keywords that people are searching for. If you look at that top one, it says mentalism hypnosis tutorial. In the title, it says mind control secrets. So I know that anybody who wants to learn about hypnosis is going on YouTube and searching for things like that. Hypnosis secrets, mind control secrets, mentalism tutorial, hypnosis tutorial. All those words are in my title. And you'll notice they're also in my subtitle. So when you upload a video to YouTube, it says, what's your title, what's your subtitle, and what is your thumbnail? Your keywords have to be in your title and your subtitle because that tells YouTube if somebody wants to find out about how to hypnotize people or how hypnosis works, my video will answer that question for them. So YouTube guides people to you. Let's look at my second video on this example. So that says, you know what, I'm also going to remove the banner so you guys can see all the way to the bottom. So my second one says, will this hypnotize you? And if you look at the thumbnail, it's me at the front. There's a bunch of people behind me that are hypnotized, and something that says, can I hypnotize you? So even if you're not looking for hypnosis content, and look at the number of views on that. I can't see it from here, but it's, was it 2.4 million views. 2.4 million views. And if you watch that video, guys, I swear to you, it's me in my living room on my couch talking to the camera. 2 million views. Can you imagine that? So you look at the video. Can I hypnotize you? Will this hypnotize you? It's just so engaging. Let's look at the third one. The third one says, the most famous mind-reading card trick revealed. Mentalism tutorial. So not only am I pulling in people who want to learn card tricks or mentalism because those are in my title, but look at the thumbnail. I'm holding up the cards. I'm saying, think of any card. At the bottom, there's this big red, like it looks like it's top secret, and it says reveal. Like you're going to learn the secret here to a very famous mind-reading trick. That's engaging. It's very hard for someone to say, I don't want to know the secret to a famous mind-reading trick. So that, again, is help and hub. And finally, the last one, if you look at that, Steve Harvey gets terrified by amazing mentalists. So this isn't the only one in here that I put that's hero content. This is footage of me performing for Steve Harvey at the Apollo. And as you can see, it's rounding the corner on 1 million views there. And that, now the thumbnail there isn't curated. It's just a screenshot, but it has Steve Harvey's face reacting. And you don't know why. You look at it and you go, what is he holding? What is that reaction? So as you could see, my titles and my thumbnails, the most important thing is there's suspense. They create some sort of, you have to know what's going on. So they do cater to the people that are looking for this content. So if I'm out there and I want to learn mentalism or hypnosis or card tricks, I'm going to find this, but it also has a quality to it that pulls in people that aren't looking for that content. They're just browsing YouTube and they go, wait, what? Hypnotist secrets? I got to check this out. So keep that in mind. That being said, I thought of some tea-related titles and thumbnails that we can use that create engagement. And some of these are really exciting for me. So I hope you guys take notes and make videos about this that I could go watch. So how about something like the title says, 3 things you didn't know about green tea. Or 3 things you didn't know about tea. So as a tea drinker, if I saw that, even if I'm not on YouTube looking for tea content, I see that I go, wait, there's things about tea I didn't know? I gotta check this out. Now I go on there, if it's a short video and it's saying, boom, 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 here are these 3 things about tea that most people didn't know, that's a great video. And then your thumbnail could say, you won't believe number 2. So to create that sort of suspense of like, what are these tea secrets? Next, this one is so, I'm actually really proud of this. And I'm sure you guys are going to agree with this. And let me know in the comments if you agree with this. There's something as a tea lover that frustrates the heck out of me, and it's this. I travel quite a bit, and very often I'll go to a Tim Hortons. For the Canadians, you guys know what Tim Hortons is, some of the Americans as well, or to a Starbucks, and I order a tea. They have a tea there that's pretty good from Tivana. Emperor's Economist, whatever. It doesn't matter. You go to these places, you go to Starbucks or Tim Hortons, you order tea. Starbucks and Tim Hortons don't know how to make tea. Let me know in the comments if you already know what I'm talking about. I'll tell you right now, they oversteep it. When Tim Hortons gives you a tea or Starbucks gives you a tea, it's like molten lava. It's like hot, it's hot 3 days. I think it's ready. It's at the right temperature that green tea needs to be at, like about 6 hours after they serve it to you. They're burning the tea. They're oversteeping the tea. Most people don't know that green and white teas have to be steeped at a lower temperature than that scorching hot cauldron that they give you at Starbucks. So imagine this title: Starbucks is making your tea wrong. Any person who goes to Starbucks and orders tea is going to watch that video. Or the reason Starbucks is messing up your tea. The reason Tim Hortons got your tea wrong. Any like sort of controversial, like sort of compelling title like that is great. Here's some more. I'll blast them for you. 4 reasons to drink tea every day. Why are people switching from coffee to tea? That's great because it brings the coffee lovers into this as well. Why is tea better than coffee? 3 reasons tea is better than coffee. White tea versus green tea. What's the difference? How about this? Healthy cocktail recipes or cocktail recipes with tea? Big question mark. Here's another one I come up with. Tea, you're drinking it wrong. So like immediately tell them they're doing something wrong. And then in the video, you tell them how they're oversteeping it or the right way to do a cold brew, whatever. There's another idea right off the top of my head. Cold brew versus hot brew or how does hot, I don't know, I'm just thinking off the top of my head. Hot steeping versus cold brews, what's the difference? So things like this, things that bring people in because of that curiosity factor of like, oh, there's a wrong way to steep tea. I didn't know that. I got to check out this video. So think engaging, think interesting, think titles that you yourself would want to watch. In fact, I really encourage you guys to spend some time on YouTube. Go look at some channels that are doing well in the field that interests you and try to see how they're doing it, how they're pulling people in. So that's titles and thumbnails. Okay, 1 or 2 more things to talk about. Then I'm going to tell you guys how to get the best editors in the world so you don't have to worry about editing. And then we're going to do questions and answers. So let's talk about how to turn a view into a subscriber. So now we know, okay, we have a topic. I don't want to, no, so nobody get overwhelmed. One step at a time. I have a topic. I have a location. I'm going to film my topic. I'm going to get it edited with the tip that Spidey hasn't told me yet. That's going to go on YouTube. It's going to pull in some viewers. It's going to grow. I'm going to post these videos. But how do I turn these viewers into subscribers, into clients? How do I do that? How do I pull them in? So the way to turn a viewer into a subscriber is simple. You raise engagement as much as you can. So whatever you're doing in your video, stop every now and then and say, guys, let me know in the comments, blah, 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 blah. So in this video, we're talking about green tea. And you're talking, and you go, in the comments, let me know, what's your favorite green tea? So you get them to comment. Then you go to those comments and you engage them. You talk to them. A lot of YouTubers, even at the top, have a tendency to answer a lot of their followers. My followers know that every time I upload a video, I'm around for half an hour and I will answer all questions. Do that. Let them know, hey guys, let me know your questions. Let me know your comments. What questions do you have about tea? What video do you want me to do next? Sorry. Oh, so good. So engage. Pull them in. Also, earlier in your video, before the halfway mark, this is me getting technical, but it's important. Remind the viewers to subscribe, and if it's fine if it's just that, but you can also say turn your notifications on, because that's a feature in YouTube where even if they're subscribed, they could choose to get notified when you upload content. And you want to say that because people might really enjoy your video, but they might forget that they have to subscribe. So we very often say, guys, please remember to subscribe. If you're digging this content, let me know in the comments what you want to see next. Keep them engaged. Ask them questions. The other thing you want to do is end card. So this is, we're getting into the editing side of stuff, but whenever you upload a video to YouTube, it says, do you want to include end cards? End cards basically are at the end of your video, these buttons come up, and you just, it's easy clicks. YouTube does it all for you. So you put the subscribe button in one corner. That way, if they enjoyed their video, they click that and they subscribe. And you can also put up other videos that they click from your channel. So you recommend videos within your own video. It's very simple. It's not as complicated as it sounds. When you upload your video, YouTube asks, do you want to include some end cards? You just go yes. You say, put the subscribe button. You move it to where you want it. You even say how long of it you want. And then recommend this video for me because I want them to watch that. So use those features. Standardized description. So if you watch any of my videos and you go into the description, so when you upload a YouTube video, it says, what's your title? What's your subtitle? Well, the description is the subtitle, sorry. So it's title, description. In my description, I always have a standardized thing that I just copy paste from every video. And that says the same things. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Then in that description, after that, I might put, check out my website here. Now for you guys, you might say, check out my whole collection of teas here and put the link to your website. So even if you're not pushing it in the video, as your channel grows, your fans go down to your description and go, oh my God, there's your collection, and they go check that out. So for my entire tea collection, go here. Leave that link on every video, put that in your description after you say what the video is about. Copy, paste, copy, paste. So title, here's what this video is about. And at the end of that, always have that same thing. Check out my collection here. Find out about joining my team here, which is interesting. So getting people to join your team, I think, should be a thing that you talk about every now and then. Slip it into conversation and say things like, check the description if you want to know how to join the team. And then have that information there. I personally, sorry, I think I need to breathe more. I personally would not spend too much time in a video talking about the team. I would drop little hints about it here and there, but I would say, go check it out at the bottom. Anyways, so here we're talking about how to pull people in and get them engaged. I want to drop this right now. I want to say this. At SipCon this summer, and I found out that a lot of you are already signing up for the ultimate package. I can't tell you guys or stress how important it is to sign up for that ultimate package. I'm going to be giving you guys a workshop in the ultimate package, an hour and a half on persuasion. That is the seminar that I tour the world with. I'm going to give you guys great tips that you can use in life or on YouTube to pull people in, engage people, and very quickly get them to whatever you want. Sell the product, sell the T-bars, or get them to join the team. I'm so passionate about this, guys. And there's a bunch of speakers. I saw the list today. Here's the thing about online seminars. They can get very busy and bigger speakers a lot easier because we're doing this virtually. So some of these speakers are terrific. I can't wait for SipCon. Please remember to go ahead and sign up for that ultimate package. It's going to be incredible. All this to say, you can get a lot more tips on how to pull people in from that. But remember, don't over push the idea of join my team, buy some tea. Don't make your videos about that. The video's about something else, and you go, by the way, guys, if you want to see my whole collection, check the link in the description. By the way, guys, if you want to join my awesome team here at Sipology, check the link in the description. So maybe you have a friend there from your team and you guys are doing a comparison. You go, by the way, guys, if you want to join our team, check the description. Every now and then you can make a video that talks a little bit more about the team, the product, the T-bars. That's fine. You could promote your business, but I would be a little bit more subtle about it personally. Finally, I came up with something for you guys for what I call the tandem system for USA Canada, because some of you are Canadian and your website is going to be for Canadians, and some of you are in the US. So I would find a buddy who's going to work on YouTube. So you both are going to go on YouTube and give each other's links in your description. So I'm Canadian. I'm going to have my link for Canada, but I have a friend in the US, a fellow Sipologist, and I'm going to give her link. So in the description, it's to say, find my products here. For Canada, link. For US, link. And then my US friend is going to do the same. For Canada, my link. For YouTube, their link. So we're helping each other because I can't control if Americans watch my YouTube video. I want everyone to watch it so they could watch it there and then go to my friend and vice versa. So tandem system. Find a friend, help each other out. While we're talking about helping each other out, use your Sipology team to help you out. You guys are part of teams, and your leaders want everyone to grow together. So you guys already have anywhere from 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, hundreds. Recently, Laura hit her 1,000, her team of 1,000 people. If you're here from Laura's team, give me a shout out. The Dream Team, I love you guys. I follow Laura. Laura's like my spirit animal. I follow her on Instagram. She's so great. You guys should all follow each other on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook. And anytime one of you uploads a YouTube video, it's so important to watch it till the end, by the way. If you think you're doing a friend a favor by going and watching it and leaving a comment and a like and then leaving, you're not. YouTube takes into account how much of it is watched. So encourage each other, comment on each other, go watch it all, help each other, feature each other in your videos, drop each other's videos in your description. YouTube grows together. Just like Sipology, you guys can all grow together so much more effectively than if it's just me, myself, and I. Help each other grow on YouTube. If one of you is doing well, talk about some of the other ones. Pull each other in. Like I said, it's so helpful. Okay, now before I just talk about the last thing that I want to talk about, I'm going to encourage you guys right now to ask your questions because it takes a delay for me to see them. So if you have any questions, start typing them right now, and I'll navigate through them while I give this last point. So my last tip is going to be on the best editors that you can find in the world. So the one thing we haven't talked about is that, right? Because now you know how to think of your content, what's good content. Okay, it has to be engaging. It has to be consistent. I have to have a direction that I'm taking. I know that I have my location. I'm going to film this on my island in my kitchen because I have my bar stools and I'm comfortable there and it looks great. That's what I'm going to use. I know how to make thumbnails, but how do I edit my thumbnails? How do I edit my video? Here's how. So a lot of you might be looking at this going, I don't know how to edit. It's Chinese to me. I don't get it. Let me tell you this. Our generation understands emailing, right? All of you get emails. You all know what emails are. You know how to open an email. You know how to access that email, how to answer an email, forward an email, attach something to an email. You get it. It's butter. You don't need anything to be explained. Our parents and grandparents, to them, emailing is nonsense. They have no idea how to do it. They need help. How do I do an attachment? How do I do this? How do I send that? How do I reply? How do I forward? How do I access it? How do I get? They don't get it. That discrepancy between how much you understand emails and your parents or grandparents don't exists right now between our generation and the younger generation when it comes to editing. As difficult and complicated as editing sounds to you, most of your nephews, nieces, kids, younger siblings, younger cousins, younger generation, friends and family understand editing like this. It's second nature to them because they have to use it in school. They have to use it in their day-to-day life. They get it. And if they don't get it, it's easy for them to learn. So my number one tip for editing, and earlier when I said this, Trudy, who you all know, said it's so funny her daughter loves to edit. Most of you know somebody from a younger generation who loves to edit, and if they don't love it, they understand it really, really easily. So here's my tip. Hire them as your editor. So if you have a younger cousin, a younger sibling, you have a daughter, or your son has a girlfriend, or your daughter has a boyfriend, or your friend from work has a kid who loves graphic design, get them to do your editing for you. Pay them a small fee if you have to, whatever it is. You know, if it's a kid, you can include this in their allowance. Basically, you film your video, you send it to them. You know, you film a quick intro, you film your video, you send it to them, take a picture. They will edit your thumbnail. They will edit your video. They will upload it to YouTube for you. I have so many friends who do this. They send it to an editor. Everything is done for them. Kids understand YouTube nowadays. Teenagers understand YouTube like this. It's so easy for them. But let them worry about that. So you have a kid, you pay them their allowance. They do this for you. Even if it's a video a week, a video every 2 weeks, a video a month, anything is better than nothing. Find someone who likes it. They'll do it. Of course, I'm not discouraging you from learning it yourself. If you want to do that, you can do that. But find someone who is passionate about this stuff, and it's so easy for them. They get it like this. It's easy to them. Let's say you don't want to edit yourself. Let's say there's no one in your family who can do this for you. Well, there's a great website called Fiverr.com. I'm going to check the spelling on that. I know a lot of you know what it is, but I just want to make sure. Fiverr is Fiverr.com. So 2 R's. Fiverr.com. Should I write it? I'm going to write it. Fiverr.com. Fiverr is a marketplace for freelance workers who work for very, very good rates. I went on that and I searched YouTube thumbnail editor, and there are hundreds of people who will do that for you. So, and for peanuts, less than $10, they'll do 5 or 10 of them. So you say to them, here's my picture, and take a selfie, take a nice picture in your kitchen, holding up your tea like this, or like this, like curious, like 5 benefits of green tea. So your picture's like this, and you send that to them, and they'll edit it, and they'll put the tag, and they'll edit your video. You can find video editors. You can find anything freelance out there on Fiverr or other websites like it. So now we're at a place where I believe you have no excuses. Whatever excuse you think is valid in your head, saying, no, YouTube wouldn't work for me, I promise you right now, you're wrong. Please listen to me. So we know how to make the content. We know what content works. We know how to make it work. We know how to get it out there. We know how to help each other grow. We know how to make thumbnails. We know how to hire editors or find someone who's going to edit for us. I don't think there's any excuses left. So let's see some of your questions. And again, if you guys have any more questions, maybe we'll figure out something for SipCon where I could come back, because by then you guys will have had time to learn about YouTube and grow your YouTube, and you might have some questions for me. So maybe by SipCon I'll talk to the guys, and maybe we'll do a YouTube Q&A then if you guys have some follow-up questions. But I encourage you to find me on social media as well if you have questions. Always willing to help. So let's see. Hey, Laura. Oh my God, Laura's here. She says, catching up. Love you, Spidey. Laura, you are going to kill it on YouTube. I can't wait. I can't wait till you watch this video and figure out how to do this. So Marianne is asking, what are you using to add the text while you are live? So here we go. You said test, I'm guessing text. This is something called StreamYard. So I'm on StreamYard right now. I'm in a private area on StreamYard. I could see Hughes, I could see Kim, I could see Trudy, but StreamYard allows me to go live on YouTube. So it's a great question. What I'm doing right now is not through YouTube. It's through StreamYard.com. And that allows me to do live videos that I can curate like this and put up banners, and I can have videos and all kinds of stuff. And that goes through YouTube, and I can go live. You can also do this on Facebook. So StreamYard.com allows you to do this. And I'm happy you brought this up. On YouTube, you can do lives. I know a lot of you do Instagram and Facebook Live, but YouTube Live is so much better because, again, when you do a YouTube Live, it stays up on your channel and forever will pull people in. Sorry, Pet Bird walked on the keyboard. That's hilarious. That's so funny. Okay, Wendy has a question. Wendy is asking, how do you get views? So Wendy, as long as your content is great on YouTube, you don't have to worry about views. That's what I like about it more than Facebook, more than Instagram. It does the work for you. So if you have a great video and you're answering a great question, put it out there, let it work for you. But I would say the number one most important thing is consistency. If you are consistently uploading on YouTube, YouTube is helping you. YouTube is giving you the tools to grow. YouTube wants you to grow. So you can always go to your analytics and you could see in your account on your analytics, it says, here's which video did well. Here's why it did well. Here's the point where a lot of people dropped off. So you go to your video and see, okay, well, what was I doing there? Okay, maybe I had too many commercial plugins. Maybe I was talking about my business too much and I lost a lot of people. So you know everything about that. Let's see, more questions. Guys, give me some questions. Great question over here from Christine. Christine, amazing question. How often should you post on your YouTube channel? So the importance, like I said, is consistent. Most YouTubers who are making money, making a living on YouTube are posting twice a week or 3 times a week on a consistent day. I don't think that's necessary for you. YouTube is going to be part of your business. It's not going to be your whole business. I highly encourage a video every week, but if you can't do that, do what you can. But try to be consistent. I upload every Friday. I film every Thursday. I upload every Friday. My viewers know that. So my viewers get excited for Friday. And as you grow, you're going to be able to do that. So I would say weekly is what I recommend. But if you can't do that, it's fine. Do monthly. Do anything. Anything is better than nothing. Angela, another great question. How important is the name of your channel? I think your channel should reflect what you're doing. And you can't change the name of your channel. You can't change the name at the top. That's going to be what it is. But the name that they see when they go on your channel by your little face, by your profile picture, I think that should reflect what you're doing. So it could be something like Tea Time with Angela, something like that. It doesn't have to be like green tea, but it can be Tea Time with Angela or Angela's Tea Corner or whatever it is like that. Something that reflects what the channel is. I think it's important. Now, don't use it as an excuse to not upload. If your channel says Angela Ricketts, that's fine. One of the biggest YouTubers in the world, his name is PewDiePie, and he uploads videos about video games. It doesn't matter what your channel is. People will know you for your brand. Sorry, I'm just looking at some more questions. How often should you post? We cover that. Same question. So a lot of you are asking how often to upload. So again, don't use this as an excuse to not upload. Upload as often as you want, but I recommend once a week, especially now. Guys, listen to me. People are home now. They need content. My channel is thriving now more than ever because people are stuck at home. They're watching YouTube content. So let's see. All right, guys, hit me with a couple more questions. And then, okay, here's a great question. Does having private content hurt you? The answer is yes. So private content can only be, when you upload a video on YouTube, it says, what do you want this to be? Private, unlisted, or public? And you can even choose to say scheduled. So this is going to pop up at a certain time. Best time to upload on YouTube, between 2 to 4 p.m. That's the best time because your viewers get to see it, engage with it, and by the time everyone else comes to watch YouTube, which is 5 or 6 p.m., YouTube knows to push it if it's a great video. If it's private or unlisted, no one's going to see it. You have to send it to people to see it. So you're not getting that organic reach that is going to bring people to your channel. So all your content should be public. Very important. Great question. How do you personally deal with comment trolls? Okay, so great question. How do you personally deal with comment trolls? Do you ignore, delete, or hug your haters? Eric, amazing question. Thank you for asking. So how do you personally deal with comment trolls? For those of you who don't know, trolls are people who are there just they're being haters. They're being negative. And you're going to get a lot of that. Because when your popularity grows, you're pulling in a lot of people who don't know you, and they're just making stupid comments. So who are these people? They are miserable people. They get joy out of bringing other people down. So yeah, look, it's totally up to you. Do you want to delete it? You can, but then if you delete it, you're decreasing engagement, and engagement is important. I don't mind haters because haters are still increasing my engagement by commenting and watching my content. So often, it depends where it's coming from. If it's like, every day I wake up to thousands of comments. That's what happens when you have, 140,000 subscribers. Every day I wake up, 50 comments on my phone, and a lot of them are just negative for no reason. They're just trolls. I ignore those. Someone who's just insulting my hair or my face or my t-shirt, I don't care. It just bounces off me. Don't give any importance to those people. So I let that bounce off me. I don't engage in that. I don't care about that. But the moment the hate is specific to a product, I inform them. So if they say something like, oh, that trick isn't, sometimes I'll do a trick and I'll go, that trick isn't yours, such and such did it 10 years, David Blaine did it on TV. Well, I might go, well, actually the trick was invented in 1980 by such and such. And so I educate them and I'm often kind to them. So it's totally up to you. You can ignore them, you can delete them, you can embrace them, you can engage with them. Sometimes I just get into a back and forth with them and increases engagement, whatever it is. Okay, here's another great question. I'm gonna do a couple more and then we're gonna get out of here. But I love that you guys are asking questions. I don't want to ignore any of them. Should it always be tea related? Natalie, amazing question. Thank you for asking. The answer is no. You decide what your channel is going to be about. Maybe your channel is about cooking because you love to cook. But while you're cooking, you're having some tea. So whatever it is you want to do, but have that plug-in for your business, because as a Sipologist, your business is tea, and it's great to have the tea in there. And here's the thing, your channel could be about tea, but some of your videos don't have to be. Like if you go on my channel, I have vlogs. I went on a trip. Here's footage of me on this trip. Your fans love your content, but some of your fans always love you. So if you don't have an idea this week, especially because, when I go on a trip, it's hard for me to upload because I don't want to be in my hotel room teaching them card tricks. So I'll film my trip. Hey guys, check it out. Look where I am. Having content is better than not having content. So even if it's not tea related, you could vlog, you could talk about what's going on in your life. But very important, don't deviate from your hub content. Remember, hub is the bulk of your content. Don't deviate from that too often, because your subscribers are there because they care about the tea. So yes, they also care about you, and you can do things, about you, yourself, and they're like, oh my God, I hope you're having fun. But remember, they're there for the tea, so give them that content. Oh, what a great question. If you already have a channel and you're creating content for that channel, should you make a different channel for your tea brand? Great question. I think you can. You certainly can. You can work on 2 different channels, but I think no. Like my channel, for example, you could learn hypnosis, but then I have things where you could try hypnosis from home, and I get that it's related, but I have friends who have channels where they do some gaming, they do some magic. Ultimately it's you. You're the product, it's your channel. So your tea followers might follow you and say, okay, I'm going to follow this account for the tea. And since they love you, if they see other content, either they won't watch it or they will watch it because they love you. So it's a tough question to answer, because if I love tea and I subscribe to your channel and I say you uploaded a video, I might go open it, but within seconds or minutes I see, oh, this isn't about tea, I don't care about this. That drops your engagement. So I think it's something you have to think about. Do you want to make your content tea specific, or is it just a channel about you? I don't know. It's your call. It's really your call at the end of the day. Okay, well, we're going to take one more here. How long should you try to keep your videos to keep them engaged? Amazing. And then you corrected yourself to put engaged, but that's fine. Typos are allowed. So Dawn, thank you for the question. How long should your videos be? It depends. I'm very happy we're ending with this question. I think it's a great way to end this. Dawn, it depends on the content. So remember earlier we had hero, hub, and help, right? Help and hero, don't worry about hero. It's not so important, but help should be rather quick. So three benefits of tea, or 3 reasons you should be drinking tea. The video starts, it's you go, hey guys, today we're talking about green tea and all its benefits. I'm going to tell you why I drink green tea every day. Number 1, blah, 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 blah. Number 2, blah, blah, blah. And number 3, blah, blah, blah. So I hope you guys, so this is the way I imagine a quick help video, right? So again, show up. Here's the first reason. Here's the second reason. Here's the third reason. I hope you guys, consider adding tea or green tea to your everyday habits. For a list of my green teas, check the link in the description. If you want to join the business, link in the description. Maybe not. Maybe I wouldn't say that. Okay, so here it is. Here's Spidey's green tea video. The title says 3 things you didn't know about green tea. The thumbnail says number 2 will number 2 will blow your mind. And the picture on the thumbnail is me holding up my green tea like this. And it says that next to me. Number 2 will blow your mind. You open the video. Hey guys, what's going on? Spidey here from Sipology, and today I'm giving you guys 3 incredible reasons why green tea is part of my everyday life. Little transition there. And now it comes to, it goes, all right guys, so my name is Spidey. I'm a huge tea fan. I'm part of a great team called Sipology, and I drink green tea every day. And here are the reasons why. Number 1, tea, blah, 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 blah. Number 2, so let me think of something off the top of my head, why I drink green tea every day. Tip number 1, because we can't give any health benefits. So tip number 1, I find that green tea calms me, despite the fact that it has caffeine or caffeine properties in there. So tip number 1, despite the fact that it has caffeine, tea calms me very much. For a lot of people, tea has a calming effect. Tip number 2, bet you didn't know this, black tea, let's say you're doing a video on black tea. Black tea has as much, if not more, caffeine content than coffee. So blah, 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 blah. You know, my caffeine, if I need my dose of caffeine, green tea is where I go, or black tea is where I go. Number 3, some green teas have incredible, whatever the content is, doesn't matter. You know, right now I'm just giving an example of what the format of the video is. And then after that, I would go. So here's my tip 1. Here's my second thing. Here's my third thing. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I hope you guys consider adding tea to your daily habits. If you want a list of my favorite green teas, check the link in the description. And then they could go there and they could either see another video about, you know, your favorite green teas, or they could see the description to your product, which is ching ching. So again, the length depends on the content. If it's help, if it's informative, make it quick. Draw them in, give them the information, and then push them to subscribe. If you want more great tea tips, hit that subscribe button. So say these things, pull them in quick. Your hub content can be a little bit longer. It can be a little bit more because this is for your fans who are already there. And on YouTube, when you guys get to a point where you can monetize your videos and make money with your videos, get paid for your videos, the longer the better, because if you get to that 10-minute mark, you could put ads in the middle of your video. But that's all details that you'll learn the better you get at YouTube. So it was a bit of a long answer. I'll try to sum it up. How long should you try to keep your videos? For any content that's going to draw in a new crowd, keep it short. For any content that is for your regular crowd, a bit longer is fine because they like you, they like your content, they're going to stick around. Either way, YouTube will tell you in the analytics which lengths are working for you. But I try to aim for quick content, for polls, 3-4 minutes. For hub content, 10 to 15 minutes. That's where I like to live. Try to do the same. So again, let's do one last more example because my last one was a little bit of a disaster. So let's say my video says this. So here's a ultimate example at the end before I go. Angela says, thanks so much for all the info. Now you got to subscribe to all the channels. I will subscribe to all of your channels, I promise you. You guys can subscribe to mine as well. And again, if you have questions, let me know. But I want to leave with just one more example for clarity of exactly how the whole process works from A to Z. So this week I'm going to upload a video on how to properly steep or brew green tea. Okay, so that's going to be my content. So this week I'm going to talk about the best way to brew green tea or to steep green tea. So my tag, so it's going to be about how it's possible to burn green tea if your water is too hot. So my tagline, my title is going to be green tea, you're doing it wrong. Or how Starbucks is ruining your green tea. Huh? How can you not click that? Then the thumbnail, I'm going to take a picture like this of me holding the green tea and I look a little suspicious because there's something wrong with it. And then next to me in the thumbnail, because I've hired an editor on Fiverr or my nephew is doing this for me, they're going to write, or I'm going to do it myself because I know how to use Photoshop. They're going to write, what's wrong with this? And it points to the cup. Can you imagine that? So it's like this, what's wrong with this? And the title says, Starbucks is ruining your green tea. How crazy is that? You can't not click that. So how they click it, it's a video of me, I go, what's going on guys? Spidey here from Sipology. And I just, even if you don't say what it is from Sipology, because they're going to go down to see what Sipology is. So the video starts, what's going on guys? Spidey here for Sipology. And today I'm going to talk to you guys about the #1 mistake that coffee houses do that is ruining your green tea. Let's go. So now it shoots, and maybe I'm in my kitchen and I go and I've got this cup of tea and there's fumes coming out of it and I'm pouring the water and it's burning and I go, I know that this looks like a cup of tea, but this green tea in this cup right now is being ruined. Here's why. Most coffee houses that you go to are using tea that is at such and such degrees, 100 degrees or whatever. And blah, blah, and now you inform them really quickly. Now, the reason this is wrong is because although black tea could survive at these temperatures and it's hard to burn black tea, green tea and white tea, because of blah, 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 can burn. The ideal temperature for green tea or white tea is, and I go 80 degrees or whatever it is, the experts say. I think it's 80, I could be wrong. And the reason for that is blah, 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 blah. And you just quickly give them the information. Now this over here is my favorite green tea. It's called pineapple rum. No. For information about this, check the link in my description. Also, guys, remember to hit that subscribe button for more great tips on how to prepare your tea, and I will see you guys on the next one. So there it is. That's your video. It's a quick information about how to not oversteep green or white tea. It's informative. It's quick. You pull them in. That's your help content. Pulls people in. That's the book in the bookstore that's got this big flashy cover. You know what I mean? And it pulls people in. Then you grow from there. So I hope that can Starbucks sue me for the one I suggested? No, they can't, because it's a fact. You're not spreading lies or falsehoods. They for a fact oversteep your tea. And even if they don't, they're not going to sue you for saying that their water is too hot. Don't worry about things like that. Controversy is awesome. So great, guys. Look, I'm so glad you guys had a good time. Look at the comments here. And I'm so thankful that you guys toughed this out. I know some of you are, at home and your kids are there and your family's there, and I took up an hour and 20 of your time, but most of you stuck around. I'm eternally grateful for that. Look, there are 97 people still here. If 3 of you start a YouTube channel, I'm hoping it's more. Please make it more. And you guys slaughter with those channels, I will be happy. At the end of the day, I just want to reach out to a few of you and make you understand how important YouTube is for your business, because you guys are out there trying to bring people in to your business. You're trying to sell the idea of a tea bar, and you're trying to sell tea, and YouTube will do that work for you. So you don't have to go out there and hustle yourself. YouTube will do it for you. Listen, guys, I hope you guys had a good time. I had a blast. Thank you for being here with me. Again, this summer, SipCon, please, please, please get that ultimate package. I looked at the lineup of speakers. There's some incredible stuff there. They're going to motivate you. They're going to educate you. I'm going to teach you guys about persuasion. I did a seminar in Vegas last year for the leaders. Laura was there, and a lot of leaders who were here. Jen was there. We had such a great time. It's a lot of fun. I'm going to teach you guys about how, whether you're trying to sell a tea bar, trying to sell tea, trying to sell the Sipology dream, great ways to convey your message and how we can use our words to influence people. I'm going to basically teach you guys how to be conversational hypnotists. So I can't wait to see you guys there. I hope you guys had fun today, and we'll see you guys at SipCon. Enjoy your tea, guys. Enjoy the summer, and I will see you guys very soon. Remember to subscribe, hit those notifications, and check the description for my tea. Thanks, guys. Bye.